Well, good morning everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I am just about to head out on a long thrifting day and I'm hoping to take you along with me. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to film all parts of the store, but today is 50% off at Goodwill. So Goodwill Keystone area is my local Goodwill district, I'm going to call it, and 50% off day is very well attended in all of the stores. I'm not quite sure how many Goodwills are in the Keystone area, but they are quite a bit. So I will dig in at any of the stores that are putting out a lot of good stuff and hop from one to the other, probably shop for about, I'm guessing, 5 to 7 hours at least. I've packed my lunch, I have my iced coffee, I have my green tea, I have tons of water. Yep, I keep it all in the car because I don't like to leave a sale. So I will head out to the car probably midday for about 10 minutes to have lunch and then back in, hopefully multiple carts. So pretty excited, as you can tell, and hopefully I will be bringing you along, maybe some footage, but definitely a haul video coming soon. So thanks so much for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe and go out and get what's yours. So the store is really crowded, even more crowded than I expected. I'm going to try to point the camera down just to show you what the shelves look like when there's a 50% off day. You can tell that the disorganization is over the top. There are people on every aisle. We are all stepping over merchandise. Yep, all over the floor. But here I find two little clown statues, which I thought were really cute. Now, I really don't sell a lot of this. This is DAVA is the maker. I believe they're Japan, they're vintage. I wound up not picking up the clowns, but thought they were quite well painted. As you can see, I'm on the black and silver aisle, and I am just hunting for anything that is unusual or seems of good value. I always make sure to check the names of any kind of laptop cases or bags. This one is a Dell and not in great shape. I don't pick up any cases made by Dell. I'm always looking for Tumi, Ralph Lauren, the higher end branded names. This is another digital picture frame. Boy, the stores have a lot of those. Here is a retro looking Barbie tea set and they wanted $10. Now, even at $5, I didn't feel this was worth it because it's a copy. It's not original to the 50s. I had to keep shutting my camera off to be respectful for other people. And just looking through everything on the shelf. Lots of new merchandise coming out. I did wind up with a cartload as usual, which I will show you guys in a haul. This was a little Callaway bag. Now, I do pick up a lot of Callaway Golf branded items, but this bag I felt was also branded with Adobe. So I think it was a promotional giveaway, and I don't know that somebody would want both of those names. The Good Grips ricer did catch my attention. Mashed potatoes made with a ricer are delicious. This plate I found really interesting. But again, I think this is such a small market that would look for this, for their decor, that I did decide to leave it behind. As you can probably tell, I am all over the place today. I am running back and forth between clothing and hard goods, trying to get down the aisles because I always choose a large cart and the aisles were crowded. I loved this lamp. So I did consider this for quite a while. I know, it's, lamps are so tempting, but it was quite heavy, so I wound up leaving it behind. I didn't see any marks on that lamp. If you know who made that lamp, will you leave a comment down below? And we are perusing the pink and red aisle. Again, I don't find a lot in the pink-red aisle. I've stated before, my most common found items are on the wood aisle. That vase was just a current contemporary vase. Now this Ferris wheel I thought was very good. I was thinking this might have been handmade or put out by a company appealing to, the country vibe. I almost picked this up, but it was missing a few pieces, and that would have been quite fragile to ship. Little tea chest. My famous last words, I don't sell dolls, and meanwhile I probably have 10 dolls in my inventory, if not more. And now we're on to the gold and beige aisle, or yellow aisle. I think I've looked at these statues before, or figurines. I'm not quite sure who would put that in their house for decoration. Very, very interesting. Maybe somebody visited a vacation spot and picked those up. Here I'm looking at new stock of, those were cases. Sometimes I pick up things like that, but I didn't think those were good enough. Lots of pictures, lots of picture frames this day. Here's a turkey. He wasn't very well painted, and a Victorian shoe. I left both of those behind. You're probably saying, what did she pick up? It was very hard to film, so know that this day was the biggest challenge yet. Little travel plates or state plates. Sometimes I have to admit I'll pick up the state spoons, but the plates I do not. Now the spoons with the states on them, they don't bring a lot of money for me either. But once in a while, if it's a big enough lot, I will pick those up. When an aisle became too crowded, I just left that aisle and figured I'd come back to it. Here I'm even trying to open that chest to see if there was silverware in it, flatware, but I could tell that it was empty. More artwork. Boy, if you guys need artwork, go to Goodwill's. I find so many pictures. I thought these were quite interesting. The frames were very lightweight and very cheap. But I thought that those were, I don't know, maybe magazine prints somebody had framed. That's what it seemed like, or an art book. One of the large coffee table art books. If you guys need artwork for your walls, that's a great idea, to pick up one of the large coffee table books and frame the prints. I've done that in the past. Really beautiful. On this day, I have to say I ran into probably 8 or 10 people that knew me from YouTube, which is always flattering. I'm not sure what to do with myself when somebody recognizes me. Very much out of my wheelhouse, but very complimentary. So thank you if you said hello to me. I really appreciate it. When the store is quite crowded, a lot of times I will bend down a lot and check the bottom shelves. Most shoppers, I find, don't like to bend down and see what's in the bottom of shelves. And I feel a lot of shoppers hide items in anticipation for the 50% off sale. I thought this pig figurine was really cute. I'm not quite sure what the statement is here. He's got a goose in his frying pan and he's a little chef. So maybe he's very anti-pork or anti-beef dishes. I did not run comps on him. Here I'm giving you a shot of what is in my cart. This is a vintage, I believe this is vintage. I'm going to have to do more research. Cross-stitch baby's blanket. Beautiful condition, really sweet. Definitely put that in my cart. The sneakers I think I wound up putting back. These rocks I'm going to show in a haul. I could not figure out what this is. Is this man-made? I've never seen, a rock bookend like that. Lots of clothing. Those were some white bakery boxes. I'm not really baking much, but it's nice to find new bakery boxes. This is Moschino. It's a jacket. I'll be showing that in a haul. This next top I really wanted to make a point of. This is Snowskins. I do well with Snowskins. I'm not sure if you know that brand. Just digging through to show you what type of items are in there. North Face jacket. That was probably my best clothing find. Or maybe the Moschino. I'm sorry my filming was so off this day. It was super, super hard with all of the people. Hundreds of people coming and going from Goodwill. These were kind of like tin cans, vases. I'm not sure what we call them. It was a set of 2, but I wound up leaving those behind. Howard and Miller is a clock maker. I believe I ran comps on that and the money wasn't there, so I left that behind. I do pick up quite a few of the brass sconces, and I judge them by the weight, how heavy they are, and the design. I really wasn't crazy about that design. This is a set of coasters for Christmas. Yep, still on the shelf. They're a stone coaster with a cork bottom, new in box, but I didn't think they were all that pretty. I kind of didn't care for the design. I didn't think that was well done. Now this is contemporary. I'm guessing it's Target, or I don't even know if what it said on the bottom there. I looked so quickly, but they wanted $10, and I really don't have need of that, and I wouldn't sell something like that in my store unless it was really beautiful. Then I would go ahead and pick it up. You know me, guys. I don't limit myself. Anything that seems like it would bring a profit, I'm willing to give a shot, in my store. So I don't limit myself to just vintage or just contemporary. I'm just hunting for what's going to bring the money. Here I am, looking at single mugs. I thought that was really pretty, but I forced myself to put it down. I put all of these back. I did not buy single mugs, so you guys should be proud of me there. I think I have truly stopped picking up single mugs. Okay, except for Pottery Barn and Starbucks, those two. And maybe Restoration Hardware, those three. But everything else, I really don't buy single mugs. These vases are always plentiful. I'm not even sure where that type of vase is sold. Contemporary, made in China. Not worth anything vases, that's what I'll call those. Here we see clothing hanging on a hard goods aisle. I felt so bad for the employees. This store was a wreck. I'm a very type A person. I wanted to organize everything, straighten it all up. Would have taken days. After the wood aisle, I'm going to say the green aisle and maybe the black aisle, maybe for black, is where I find the second amount of, plentiful merchandise that I buy. I thought these mugs were good. They had a set of 5, and I think I ran comps on these. And again, not a lot of money built into it. Even though I'm a long tail seller, I'm not just buying anything to have it sit in my store a long time. I am quite choosy and becoming more and more choosy as I go along, year after year. Always trying to hone my skills of what I pick up. It's great fun, truthfully, to keep honing, keep trying to train my eye. I really enjoy the hunt. I love looking at a shelf and trying to guess, what would bring the most money without looking at the bottom of the item, where the biggest telltale signs are, clues of what an item is. These I almost took. These are core sliders, I think they're called. Core siders. I call them core sliders. They're for exercising, and I did put them in my cart for a while, but then I second guessed them. I thought if I was really going to use them, I would probably buy them retail. This tray was very good, I thought. They wanted $4, so it would have been $2, but right now I have quite a bit of trays, and they're not moving as quickly, so I wound up putting that back. And I'm going to end with a screenshot that the Real Deal with Chris, who I love her posts, she was great enough to share. This is a summary of the dates along with the countries of what correlates. So in other words, if you find something, say, made in Hong Kong, you could look on this chart, and this is a loose rule, tell that the item was probably imported between 1970 and the 90s. I thought this was wonderful. It seems like Chris found this on TikTok. Somebody else, Dusty Frogs, posted this. So this is a great chart. I will probably be keeping a copy of this in my phone photos. And that way, if I see any of this wording or any of these dates, I might be able to tell more about the item that I'm looking at. So thank you, Chris. This was really helpful, and I appreciate you posting it. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button and go out and get what's yours.